Hello, everybody! How are you all doing? I'm absolutely fine here. And, friends, today we are going to talk about the Summit for Democracy, which was recently hosted by the United States last week. Alright, friends, so let's dive deeper into this topic. Let's go! Now, friends, since his election campaign last year, President Joe Biden has promised that he will host a Summit for Democracy, in which they will discuss about, the rising authoritarianism and again totalitarianism, right? And he has succeeded in his promise. He has fulfilled it. Yes. Last week itself, he hosted the summit. Yes, but from this summit, several problems have also risen up. And those problems concern mainly the area of, which country should be admitted or should be brought in this summit, Should be which country should be brought in, right? For example, right now there are 110 countries, which include, if we talk about the South Asian countries, then they include, India, Pakistan, and a couple of more countries. But they have excluded, Bhutan and like Myanmar, right? And after the Sri Lanka, they have excluded these countries. So why? What is that reason? And a couple of these things are actually creating, mm, troubles, some problems. These things are creating some problems right now, and the United States has also excluded, Russia and China actually. So I think for this thing there are two reasons. First of all, let's talk about it why they haven't done it. So I think there are two reasons. First of all, according to the United States, these two countries don't support democracy. According to the United States, both Russia and China support totalitarianism, which is completely against this summit, right? And recently, Afghanistan has also been brought into the area of totalitarianism, autocracy, and the government there, Taliban is actually using arms to threaten the people, to terrorize the people, and then control Afghanistan. They're using arms right now. So all these things have created some sort of like problems. I recently told you why Russia and China have been excluded from this thing, So in total, like this, there are 110 countries, and these countries have discussed different things, They have discussed the impact and the future after the COVID-19 pandemic, Like many countries also accused like mega tech giants, for digital authoritarianism, and like these countries have actually accused also some companies, and they have also talked about climate change, and then they have talked about the economic differences in the countries, and some countries which are suffering economic instability, so all these matters were discussed in this summit, all these matters were discussed. And right now, let's return to the major problems according to me. Now, friends, the major criteria which I feel, according to which, the United States has chosen countries, is the quality of democracy. The quality of democracy they have chosen, But I think that, this thing could be improved a bit. Like, the overall structure of the summit could be improved a bit. There are only democracies which are discussing in this, Like, they are discussing about, themselves, and a bit about other countries, also like other countries which are experiencing political instability. But according to me, they should also bring in a couple of countries, a couple of, not many of course, but just a couple of countries which support totalitarianism. So that, both these things, both the ideas can actually discuss and then turn out which thing is better. I know that everybody actually thinks that, democracy is the best, everything. like, many people think that everything in democracy is really, really good. But according to the two great Greek philosophers, Aristotle and Plato, democracy always ends into chaos. That is a thing. According to them, democracy always ends in chaos. But in the modern times, most of the people support democracy. Most of the people support democracy. They think that it is the best thing we have right now. So that's why I think that both the sides can actually discuss a bit. Because I feel like this summit is a bit short-sighted, and when I say the word short-sighted, at that time I mean to say that this summit can be improved a lot more. Because as I recently said, there is not any summit, because I think that this is not the summit in which two sides are actually talking. Two sides are actually discussing why those countries are supporting the different kinds of democracies. So I think that this should be a fact which should be considered. This should be a fact which is considered. And both sides, if they do not talk, then when I say Summit for Democracy, at that time I do not only mean like if I were there, then I do not only mean the word a summit in which only democratic countries are talking, are discussing. There can be many summits like that. That's not something new, But if some countries come and they discuss which form of government is the best and why they think it's the best, then that is a bit more logical summit according to me. They can discuss, all the things which is going on in their country, like different problems which they are facing. But this should also be a topic which is discussed. And this topic can only be discussed when the two sides meet each other and discuss. Alright friends, so that's it for today. Now I hope you enjoyed the video, and now I'm going to see you next time, alright? So don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and tap the bell icon also. And now I'm going to see you next time. Bye!